Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with another installment of Deck Overview. Yeah, I know, name's kind of boring. So last time we took a look at my red, white, black Ishin deck. This week we'll be looking. This time we'll be looking at my blue, green, or Simic Merfolk deck, which I have entitled Merfolk Ascendancy. If you want to see, if you want to take a look at the deck list, there's a link to it on Moxfield in the description box down below, along with my socials and whatnot. Anyway, so why is the deck called Merfolk Ascendancy? Well, it's a Simic deck. It utilizes Simic Ascendancy, and it's a Merfolk deck. So yeah, simple. So who's the commander for this deck? We've got Tatiova, Benthic Druid. She is a legendary Merfolk Druid for a colorless, a green, and a blue. She's a 3/3, and whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Okay, that's... So, the basic idea is we've got Merfolk, and the Merfolk are... It's a Merfolk tribal. The Merfolk, most of the Merfolk in here, in one form or in one way or another, boost the other Merfolk. We've got a lot that simply boost stats, usually with entering the battlefield effects that provide +1/+1 counters. But there's some that simply have other Merfolk you control get +1/+1. Got a few exceptions that pop out. For example, one that will probably be popping up in a lot of decks, at least Splash Blue for me. Herald of the Secret Streams. It's a 2/2 Merfolk Warrior for 3 colorless and a blue. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them can't be blocked. That's that's kind of a big deal. We've also got cards like Marrow Regery, which allow me to tap or untap a permanent of my choice when casting a Merfolk spell. We've got basically 2 ways of giving Merfolk ward. One is the more wordier version, Kapala, Warden of Waves. Ward, by the way, when a creature with ward becomes the target of a spell or ability that one controls, there's a cost, an additional cost they have to pay, else the spell or ability is countered. So yeah, Kapala does that, but we've also got Violin of Sea and Sky, who just flat out grants Ward 1. I do like this card. It's pretty. Got a few other fun things in here, like True Name Nemesis. Basically say, hey, protection from a player of your choice. Then also got a lot of green Merfolk. A lot of the green Merfolk are the ones that pass out +1/+1 counters. And of course, we got our fair share of dual color ones, such as the Merfolk Mistbinder, Merfolk Skydiver, Kumena, Tyrant of Orazka, Vorel of the Hellclade, Zagana, Utopian Speaker, Tishana, Voice of Thunder, Prime Speaker Zagana, and the Cold-Eyed Selkie. We've also got a handful of artifacts. Kraken's Eye and Worm's Tooth for life gain, Copper Mirror and Silver Mirror for mana, Simic Signet, Commander's Sphere, Mana Lift, Firemind Vessel also for mana, Coat of Arms, and then a little something extra to make my creatures a little stronger. Chroma's Memorial. It's a legendary artifact for 7. Creatures that I control have flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, and protection from black and red. That can be kind of handy. And of course, to keep it in play, we've got Darksteel Forge. We've also got a means of creating tokens in the form of Deeproot Waters. This creates 1/1 blue Merfolks with hexproof anytime I cast a Merfolk spell. Most of the enchantments are revolve around land. Gifted Paradise, New Horizons, Retreat to Kazandu. But we've got a couple that don't. We've got Guardian Project, which works as a card draw engine, and Simic Ascendancy, which is our win con, or all win con at least. There's Simic Ascendancy, but it's an enchantment for blue and a green for 1 plus a green and a blue. You put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Simic Ascendancy has 20 or more growth counters on it, you win the game. We've also got. We also are utilizing the Proliferate mechanic. Not too terribly much, but it pops up. There's a few Proliferate cards in here, such as Contentious Plan, Tezzeret's Gambit, Courage in Crisis, as well as the Merfolk Skydiver. Proliferate, the way it works is it allows you to basically add an additional counter of any type that creature has on it. A counter of any type that is in play. For example, the Proliferate mechanic was especially utilized with Infect decks to add poison counters to an opponent with poison counters. But it can also be used to increase the number of charge counters on an artifact, or loyalty counters on a planeswalker, or +1/+1 counters on a creature. Yeah, if it's a counter, Proliferate can add another of that counter to whatever it's on. Player, permanent, whatever. And then our land base. We do have a little bit. We also have a little bit of small bit of aggro. We got the Rapid Bite to basically have one of my creatures fight, or I say fight, deal damage equal to its power to an opposing creature. When it comes to our land base. We've got, I wanted to say 13 non-basic lands and 20 basic lands. Our non-basics are fairly simple. We got a Command Tower, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, Botanical Sanctum, Breeding Pool, Hinterland Harbor, Lumbering Falls, Simic Guildgate. Non-basics are largely, for the most part, are all about generating blue or green, or I think at least in one case blue and green. But yeah, the basic idea is get your Merfolk out quickly, and which a lot of the Merfolk are fairly low cost. So while ramp is always a good thing, it's not. If you're hitting your land drops, you're not going to need that ramp as much too often. But anyway, let me know in the comments section below or the comments on Moxfield your thoughts on the deck list. I'm always open to suggestions, things to take to swap in. To the best of my knowledge, I do not have the blue-green fetch land, so maybe don't suggest that one. But also, I can't remember which or what it's actually called. So yeah. Anyway, as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying, live long and rock hard.